Hi, I am Mandana Dayani.
And I'm Peter Traugott. We're both so proud to be the recipients of the Spirit of Humanity Award. Mandana is literally, I know it sounds cliche, my better half by far.
Aww.
It's true. The day after we met, I came into work and I said, I met the woman I'm gonna marry. Most of her life has been devoted to helping other people. And it's just makes me so proud to be in her orbit, let alone be married to her.
Peter is, he's very funny and very charming, and raising two little girls who get to have him as their dad and have him always in their corner is such a gift.
My dad was a German Jew refugee, escaped the Nazis right after Kristallnacht, and through a circuitous route ended up in Northern California where I grew up. And there were very few Jews in the area where I was raised. There was one temple, and my dad's sort of attitude about it was, let's not advertise our Judaism, let's just fit in. Let's just sort of go with the flow.
That story about your father obviously shaped you in so many ways. I watched you for half a decade try to make this beautiful story about the Holocaust. It made people understand the story of what your father and so many other people went through in a way that I don't think they'd ever experienced.
When I met Mandana and became, part of her family, and they became so much part of my family, and they own their Judaism. It's so important to you guys, not just the religious aspects, but the cultural aspects, which I didn't really have growing up.
I was born in Iran under the Islamic Republic regime and during the Iran-Iraq War, so bombings were happening daily. I deeply remember just sort of seeing the fear in everyone's eyes and the morality police sort of jumping out of their cars and pointing guns to you if you wore improper hijab. There was just this constant sort of fear and panic. My family and I gained asylum to the United States as religious refugees. I think coming to America, I was always raised with this deep sense of patriotism, just how lucky we are to have the privilege of living under a democracy and not having to live under that regime, and how do you make the best of this life? There was this overwhelming sense of, wow, I am so lucky, I am so privileged to be given this gift of Judaism. It is my responsibility to uphold it and to share it with my family and to make sure that our daughters understand that too and continue these rituals and continue to give back. After October 7th, I think, like many people in this room, I felt my whole world collapse. Since then, I created the CalNet Foundation and we launched several different impact projects, all really trying to address very different issues. And that feeling of community that comes from just showing up for people shaped my entire life.
We had the privilege, really, to spend some time at JFSLA. And, one of the things that stood out to me was this sense of community that JFSLA has built.
And you could see it in every detail, in every room that they created, every food that they packaged. We walked into this room where they were, they had a dance for the seniors. And just they were having the best time.
Yeah.
They were having so much fun. Everyone was so happy to be there.
The people that work there feel like they're all part of a big family, even though it's their jobs. And that warmth and that sort of support really comes through when you're there. And it doesn't matter where you're from or what you believe. If you're in need, JFSLA will be there for you. It's almost like it should be called Family Services of LA, brought to you by Jews. And I thought that was fantastic. It was just such a great feeling, because that's also very much in the spirit of Judaism, right? To give back and to include everybody.
The question I get asked all the time is, I don't know what to do. The world feels hard. And I think what's beautiful about an infrastructure like JFSLA is just start there. Go one day, pack some meals, go one day and volunteer. I always find when people start, they just do more and more and more.
I look at it from a selfish standpoint. It feels so good when you do it. It's meant to be altruistic, but it really impacts one in a positive way as well. You get so much out of it. Really sincere, heartfelt thank you to JFSLA and the entire organization and everyone's associated with it. The whole experience has been so rewarding for us. If we've been helpful in any small way, fantastic, but honestly, we've gotten so much more out of this than we could ever have given back, so thank you.